Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Amy Zhu and I'm a professional tennis player. Throughout my career so far, I've had wins against players like Shahar Pierre and Leylah Fernandez. I've had a career high of 517 in singles and currently ranked in the 700s. I've always dreamt of playing the Grand Slam, so this year I'm documenting my journey to try to reach the WTA and play in the Grand Slams. In the last episode, I played 2 tournaments of the Caribbean. After the second tournament, I had a bit of a left wrist problem, so I went home and had a couple weeks to practice before heading off to Mexico for a 3 tournament swing. My first tournament was a W100 in Irapuato, Mexico. My first round opponent was Anna Gabrich from Germany, who was ranked 428. I played a close first set, but ended up losing 7-6, 6-2. Then the week after was a W50 in Morelia, Mexico. I played Brazilian Gabriela Che, who was ranked 430 at the time, and we played over 3.5 hours, and she ended up coming up on top 7-6, 3-6, 7-6 in the third. It was a tough one to swallow because at 6-all in the third set tiebreaker, I had a short forehand and I missed it, which gave her match point. But overall, I was pretty happy with how I competed and how I played against a player who had a career high of 220. So overall, it was a pretty positive week. I don't have any footage of those 2 matches because I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way to record and what to use. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. So for my final week in Mexico, I played a W50 in Mexico City. I was first drawn against an unranked Mexican wildcard. I was pretty optimistic before the match, but she came out swinging in the first set. She was serving well, hitting the ball well, executing well, and to be honest, it got me a little rattled. I went down an early break in the first set. Got a break chance here. She's playing solidly, playing well. Saves the break point with a good backhand line. I get another chance here. She gives me a forehand error for me to break. Give a little come on just to try to pump myself up, to get my legs going, get the blood pumping a little more. Right after I break, I get broken again. To be honest, I was getting a little more nervous. I was trying to find a pattern or a shot that she maybe wasn't feeling that good on, but throughout the first set so far, she was playing well, and I just feel like I couldn't find the chink in the armor. Also, is this a foot fault? Her back foot comes pretty close to crossing the center line. I don't really know the rule. Is that a foot fault? So starting the second set, I was just trying to tell myself to keep calm, keep with my patterns, keep with my strengths. Most importantly, do not lose my head. I'm starting to play a bit better. I'm starting to get a few looks at controlling the point a little more. She's still playing pretty well, but I can finally see her get a bit tight, especially on her serve. She started double faulting a little more. I also started serving a little bit better. I definitely thought that was out. I was able to lob this ball just over her racket to win the set. In the end, I was able to come out on top, winning 3-6, 6-2, 6-0, and getting my first win of the year. So the next match, I play a young Canadian named Kayla Cross. In the weeks before, she's been playing really well and had some really good wins, so it was going to be a really tough match. Kayla's a young Canadian who was ranked a career high of 15 in ITF junior rankings. Like I said before, she had a few really good wins in the previous weeks here in Mexico, so she's in pretty good form. Since she's lefty, I was trying to cover the slice T on the deuce side and the slice wide on the ad side. And the first thing she does is hits an unreal serve wide on the deuce side. She was obviously feeling her serve today because I think she aced me 4 or 5 times in this first game. Once again, I think the ref made a bad call on this serve. You can't really do much when the refs make bad calls. You just kind of have to let them know they made a mistake and then move on. The 3 weeks that we've played in Mexico so far, they were all in altitude. Mexico City here is the highest out of all three. When you're playing in altitude, it's really hard to control the ball. The ball tends to fly a little more than when you're at sea level. And at least in my opinion, you can't fully swing out on the ball. You kind of have to shorten your backswing so you can control the ball a little better. And also putting your string tension up a couple pounds also helps. The match was pretty even from the start, but I play a pretty sloppy service game in the middle of the first set to get broken. I had a good chance to break back here, but she hit a good shot on the line on this half volley to get it back to deuce. I lost the match 6-4, 6-4, but I played a good match. She played really well, and overall, just happy to get my first win of the year. I feel like things are starting to come together. I feel like I'm playing the right way, so just got to keep going and keep trying to do the right things every day, every match. I get a couple weeks to practice, and then I'm off to Europe.